Hey everybody, Agent Payne in here. Going to go over my legendary tank build with you real quick. Just to give you a rundown on it, you're going to use the Survivalist spec, which gives you an extra 10% damage versus, or 10% protection from elites. Doesn't really matter what two weapons you use here. I just use whatever has the highest damage showing, usually a shotgun and a machine gun, submachine. What your important weapon is going to be is the Liberty pistol because it gives you your headshots, give you your shield back. So if your shield starts dropping, you can pop off a couple rounds to the face of whoever's in front of you. It'll build your shield back up. Um, the next piece is the Catharsis mask. Basically the same rolls all across the board. You'll notice I have 13% protection from elites mods on just about everything in this build. You can use 12s, it's not going to matter. Just use the 12s and you'll still be fine. I'll get back to the chest piece in a minute. I'm going to show you the rest of the pieces first, and then I'm going to come back to it. You're going to use improvised holster. You're going to want to roll it with armor, armor regen, and either explosive resistance or hazard resistance. Either of those will work. You'll notice my build is kind of a mixed bag. I've got the improvised knee pads, explosive resistance, armor regen, armor. You'll notice this one piece has a 12% mod because I only have 5 of them, not 6. This is the improvised gloves, armor regen, hazard protection, armor protection from elites. I use a Bellstone Armory backpack because it gives you 1% armor regen. You're going to want armor, armor regen, explosive resistance or hazard protection, protection from elite mod on it. And then I'm going to talk a little bit more about this chest piece because this is going to be the hardest piece for you to find. So I'm using the Bulwark Shield. I'm using the Fixer drone just to give me a little bit of armor back because on my chest piece I have repair skills. And the 20% repair skills actually gives you, it boosts your incoming repair, not incoming repairs, but any skills you use that have repair on them, like the Fixer drone, it gives you an extra little bit of boost on that. So preferably I would like to have this chest piece with explosive resistance or hazard protection, but I did not get the roll I wanted right away. But this is still a very hard chest piece to farm, and I'm going to tell you why. You're going to want to go into Countdown, and you're going to want to farm the R and K gear sets because what you're looking for is you're looking for, and this is going to roll with skill tier on it automatically. You're going to want to get the next 3 attributes correct. So you're going to want Unbreakable on it. You're going to want armor regen, and you're either going to want repair skills, explosive resistance, or hazard protection. That way, if you've got Unbreakable, armor regen, and any of those skills, you can just roll armor onto it because it is not ever going to drop with armor on it. And this breastplate took me about 6 hours of Countdown to finally get one that had all 3 so I could roll it correctly. This is the most important piece of the build. Gives you an extra 20% incoming repairs, which boosts up to 40 with the Catharsis mask. So every time the Catharsis drops its healing cloud, you're getting an extra 40% repairs. And then because I have repair skills 20% on this, I'm using the Fixer drone. I'm basically getting an extra 60% of healing as I'm using this. The backpack does have Adrenaline Rush. That's the main attribute you want. And again, you're going to want armor, armor regen, explosive resistance or hazard pro, and Adrenaline Rush. And that's the basics of the build. Like I said, this is going to be the hardest part to get because it's not going to come with armor on it. So you're going to have to get the other 3 attributes just right. You're going to have Unbreakable, you're going to have armor regen, and you're going to have either repair skills, hazard protection, or explosive resistance. Any of those will work, but you're going to have to farm for this piece, and that's going to be your hardest piece. Once you get this build set up, you're pretty much unstoppable. What you're going to have to watch out for is non-elites, regular old reds and purples. And when you're fighting, like any of the legendaries, you're just going to have to tell your team, focus the reds and purples first, because if you guys die focusing the reds and purples, I can get you up all day long with just the elites shooting me because they cannot drop you. The elites won't be able to drop you. If you play it right, they will not be able to drop you. So make sure your team focuses the reds and elites. You can chase them down and help them out if you'd like. Run them down and help take them out. You'll be survivable enough to do so, but you know, having your DPS crew help out really helps. But yeah, this is the build. This is pretty solid. Um, as far as the tank build goes, I've used it without fail many times. You'll notice it has 1.9 million armor with Unbreakable. That puts that up to about 3.8 million armor. And I do have everything in the build rolled to 11. As far as armor expertise, I've got 11 on every piece. And then on my shield, I've got 20. Fixer drone is 20. And my Liberty pistol is 20. Doesn't really matter what these are. My Calibre is 20, but it doesn't really matter what these are because you're not going to be using these a whole lot. So that's the build. It's a little bit more involved. It's a longer video, longer explanation, so it's longer than my normal videos, and I apologize for that. But this build, copy it, make it your own, but that's the basis of it, and you'll really see a difference in your survivability. You'll be able to go out there and take on those legendary bosses and stand toe to toe and not be dead instantly. So enjoy, and I appreciate you coming to my channel and appreciate you visiting my Twitter. And I thank you so much. Have a great day.